Yay, it's live. Hi, everybody. Hello, world. My name is Rachel Silber, and I am so thrilled to, oh my goodness, 2 in like a week. How does it get any better? This is a response to a request, and I hope that we'll invite the people who requested this to have a sense of space and a sense of ease and a sense of possibilities that, who knows, maybe they did, maybe they didn't before. So back to the beginning. You guys know, unless you've been sleeping under a rock somewhere, that there's been a lot of mayhem in the world, especially since the 7th of October. It's affected me. It's affected my family. It's affected my friends. It's affected a lot of people that I know and lots of people that I haven't met yet, that I don't know yet. But I do know that definitely in terms of the Jewish people, we are one people, one heart, one nation. Members of the tribe is how it's sometimes called. People would say, oh, you were born in the United States, you must know my cousin Moishe who visits. Yeah, right. Members of the tribe. When you go against one, you go against everybody. And it just has been a really intense time. And so what can we do when there's darkness, when there's hatred, when there's separation, when you feel like the entire world is, going to hell in a handbasket? What can you be and what can you do? And this is for anyone and everyone, regardless of religion or age or anything else. We're not who we think we are. We're not just our religion or our gender or however we present in this physical body at the moment. We're not that. I don't know why it just went dark. That's funny. Hello, darkness, my old friend. We're not all of those things that we think we are. We're something very different. We're what's called an infinite being, beyond everything that we've been and done and showed up as in this lifetime. We've been here before, we'll be here again. The energy that we be, that divine spark that we are, that's everlasting. That's whether you're in this body or another, having this experience or another, that cannot be wiped out. Right? So first of all, I'd like to invite us to embrace the space, the energy, and the consciousness that we are as infinite beings. That's the truth of us. Something I learned from a good friend of mine, from a facilitator of access many years ago. I learned that the word emet in Hebrew, truth, is an acronym for energia, merchav, and toda'ah. Energy, space, and consciousness. The truth of who we are is so much more than the stories that we've told, the stress that we've been living under. We are all energy, all space, and all consciousness. It's so wide and so encompassing. And we tend to, especially when we're stressed, especially when we're frustrated, to contract. So I'd like to invite you to lower your barriers. And actually, just in case you don't know, I'll be using the tools of Access Consciousness. And you can find out about if I do any clearings. I'm not sure I will in this platform because this is going to YouTube as well. I will share it, however, in the Being You Without Hiding Facebook group. And there I will go live after this live and I will read a whole bunch of clearings. You are invited to go to that group as well. And how does it get any better? There's a link to it below. Who we be is space. Who we be is energy. Who we be is consciousness. We are not only what's happened to us. We're not only what's happened to our people. We are so much greater than any history, than anything that is going on around us. And something really interesting for me, when we're willing to be that spaciousness, when we're willing to be that truth of us, like we said before, emet, energia, merchav, and toda, energy, space, and consciousness, we're very aware of what isn't that lightness, what isn't that spaciousness. We can perceive like lumps that are just there, contracted and heavy, whatever isn't true for us. So I know this is going to be going to people in the front lines, people who are affected very directly by what's going on. What I'd like you to know is that you are lightness. Your truth is lightness. So whenever you've got this like heaviness or contraction or something dense and hard in your world, something there isn't true for you, is not going to create greater for you. Be aware. I used to tell my kids when they were little, now they're like, teenagers, early 20s, etc. But I would tell them from the time they were really little, don't be careful, be aware. You cannot be aware when you're contracted. You cannot be aware when you're afraid, because in that moment, you're looking for something to happen. You are so wary that you aren't actually this expansiveness of awareness that will ping you. It will literally let you know something to be aware of here. Maybe I should just turn to the right. Maybe I should just go to the left. We had an experience a couple of days ago. My daughter was insisting that after school, we go pick up her friend. And my body, thank you, amazing body, was giving me the information that I needed to get home right away. I felt very uncomfortable in my shoes, and my feet were just saying, we're not going anywhere until you go eat something and we change your shoes. And so we did. We got home. I insisted, we're not going to make the half an hour drive to pick up this friend. We're going to stop at home. We're going to center. We're going to take just a little bit of time, even 5 minutes to eat, to breathe, to change shoes. And in that 5 minutes, we got a phone call that this person that we were supposed to pick up, this friend of my daughter's, wasn't going to be able to join us. There was an emergency in her family, and she wasn't able to join us. Did I know this cognitively before? No. But my body and our bodies truly are our buddies. They will give us information about everything that's going on in the world. They give us so much awareness of everything, whether it's danger or discomfort or awareness of what's going on. Our bodies are like cat's whiskers, and they will give us information about everything around us. Trust yourself, trust your knowing, because it's always willing to communicate with you. And see, we would have had more than a half an hour drive in traffic to go pick up this person, half an hour with no traffic. But we would have had to, be stuck on the highway and then turn around. That's when we don't ask a question and we don't listen to the whispers and we don't trust our knowing. If we're infinite beings and we're lightness and we're space and we're consciousness and we allow ourselves to be and to function as that, we are aware of the whispers of everything that's around us. So lower your barriers multiple times a day. Set yourself a reminder. Remind one another. Lower barriers and expand. Lower barriers and expand. Not from fear, but from presence. As you being present, you can function entirely differently in the world. You will get the insights, the awarenesses, the pings that will guide you if you're willing to listen. And they don't have to make any sense. This world is almost like a meandering adventure. And if you're willing to listen and turn left, turn right, go here, do that, oops, stay away from that, you'll be able to be where you're required to be, what's going to guide you, for lack of a better word, um, with more ease than you can imagine. And speaking of ease, we've got this phenomenal mantra in Access Consciousness. I'm going to put it here so that you can see it. All of life comes to me, or comes to us, with ease, joy, and glory. What a beautiful way to begin the day. What a beautiful reminder every time you ask to lower your barriers and to expand. All of life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the fucked up shit, the horrifying shit, everything, whatever is going on, traffic, for lack of a better word, um, you know, standing in a street and hearing people protesting that you don't have a right to be alive, whatever, all of life comes to us with ease, with joy, and with glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. Actually, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of rubbed off, but I daily write on my arm as a reminder for me to be, because being myself and being present is the greatest gift that I can be. And in the E, I've got a J and a G. To be, ease, joy, and glory. What if you begin to embrace this mantra in your life, day to day? All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me. How often do we take ourselves out of the computation, out of even thinking? We, especially when we're empathic, especially when we're trying to take care of everyone, especially when we're aware of all the rage and the anger and the frustration and the blame and the shame and everything that's going on in the world, we tend to take all of that on. But what if we lower barriers, expand, recognize that we're getting information? We are so far more aware than we've ever given ourselves credit for. And we're not as sad or as broken, or, as my t-shirt serves as a reminder, we're not as fucked up as we think we are. We just aren't. We're magic. We're miracles. We're energy. We're space. We're consciousness. We are the potent possibility, the potent invitation to a different possibility when we are being a different energy in the world. So all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. And actually, I have it in some other languages here too. Todo en la vida viene a nosotros con facilidad, gozo y gloria. כל החיים מגיעים אלינו בקלילות, בשמחה ובגלוry. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Todo en la vida viene a mí con facilidad, con gozo y con gloria. כל החיים מגיעים אליי בקלילות, בשמחה ובגלוry. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. Todo en la vida viene a nosotros con facilidad, con gozo y con gloria. כל החיים מגיעים אלינו בקלילות, בשמחה ובגלוry. Todo en la vida viene a nosotros con facilidad, con gozo y con gloria. I forgot the English. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. כל החיים מגיעים אלינו בקלילות, בשמחה ובגלוry. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. Todo en la vida viene a nosotros con facilidad, con gozo y con gloria. כל החיים מגיעים אלינו בקלילות, בשמחה ובגלוry. And one of the other things that I wanted to say in any situation in life, in everything, whether you listen to the old Rebbe stories or anything else, there is an underlying gift in every situation. We don't always know what it looks like. I remember my mother, as a survivor of the Holocaust, being rageful and angry and so frustrated at God. We did not grow up religiously. Oddly enough, both my brothers are now very religious, um, Chabadniks, and they study Kabbalah, they study the Tanya, um, and they also, when I spoke with my brothers about this, they said this is actually what's the underlying message of the Tanya and, well, Kabbalah, is that everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. We call this the crazy phrase in Access Consciousness, but it is not something that began with Access. It's, like I said, my brother was telling me one Friday night ages ago when he was arguing with my younger brother, who wasn't religious at the time, and they were arguing about religion. And I said, well, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And my brother said, that is the basis of everything in Kabbalah. There is so much more to the world than meets the eye. There is a formlessness. There is a fluidity. There is the energy that's beneath everything that is occurring. It may look like things are occurring in the material world, but they're actually occurring in the energetic or spiritual or whatever plane you'd like to call it. The Chabad rabbis ask for us to add light to the world, to dispel darkness, to add lightness. Dr. Dane here in his 15 days reset, and there's a link to that below, says, be the joy that you be. Don't go into the upset. Because look, if you're functioning from upset, and I totally get where we would be upset now, but if we're functioning from that, it colors everything. It closes in, it contracts us. If we're willing to open, to be the space, to recognize that there is more going on than meets the eye, and there is more to the world than meets the eye, then we can be the space, that invitation where everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. And we can choose to be a light in the world, lightness in the world, to be the space of peace. Whether we're at rallies, we don't have to fight anybody. We just have to be present, be the space of us, be the potency of us. Ask for miracles, ask for magic, and be proud to be who we be. We don't have to hate. We've got to do what we've got to do. In Access, we say allowance is being an interesting point of view. Allowance is also not being a doormat. Allowance is saying, I've had enough. I am done. This no longer works for me. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to change this. There are some questions and tools that I'd like to gift you. A huge one is asking, oh, and I don't have it here. That's funny. One of them is to ask, who does this belong to? Another way of asking that question is asking, what information are you gifting me, body? Because we're alive in this human experience, right? We're getting awarenesses through our bodies, through our emotions. Holding stuff in, suppressing it, doesn't create greater for anyone. What can we be? What can we do to allow this to move through? Some people shake. I joined, I love Mama Gina, and I read Pussy, a Reclamation when it first came out in, I don't know, 2016 or something like that. It's one of my favorite books. And today she held a swamp. Swamp meaning you rage, you grieve, and you grieve again, rage, but with a turn on. You move everything through your body. We can do that. We can dance it off. We can hug it out. We can return the information to sender in access speak. Returning it to sender allows us to recognize this may not be, whatever this angst is, whatever this is that's going on, may not be mine specifically. Right? Remember, truth will always make us feel lighter, and a lie will always make us feel contracted and dense and intense. So when we're going into that intensity, when we're going into that fight, when we're going into that frustration, into that, that's not who we truly be. Okay? So a lie, and this I've said to my friends many, many times, a lie is not something that we can fix. It's something that we can acknowledge. And when we're stuck by something over and over, usually it's because it's a lie with a truth attached, or a truth actually with a lie attached. And so it just gets our attention there and keeps spinning. When you're being space, when you are expanding, those things that are lies become far more obvious. And if for any reason they stick in your gut, in your awareness, and they're just pinging you all the time, ask, which part is the truth here? And which part is a lie, spoken or unspoken? Because you'll be aware, you'll find out, and you'll know. Follow the lightness, follow what's true for you. Follow the kindness that you've been raised to be. Follow the lightness that you'd like to see in the world. And do what's required. Do it not from rage, not from reaction, but from choice. It is very different to face a situation when you're present, when you're space, when you know what's my reality and what am I choosing here, than when you are led forth like what we saw on October the 7th with the murderous masses of fanaticism and anti-consciousness, in all honesty. So yeah, truth will always make you feel lighter. Forgot to click. Truth will always make you feel lighter and far more expanded. That's what's true for you. That's your yes. Ask questions. Ask a lot of questions in everything that you do. What's going to create greater? Should I turn right? Should I turn left? Where is my energy required? What can I be and do different to change this? As there is so much available if we are willing. There's so much that we can be and so much that we can do. And with every single situation, we can ask, what contribution is this for us? What contribution is this for the world? What are the infinite possibilities for this? And what can we be and what can we choose that we've never allowed ourselves to be and to choose before? What openness, what presence, what consciousness can we now invite in and be? And what else is possible beyond anything that we've ever imagined or ever considered? And truly, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. I'll repeat this a few times. And nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Todo es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser, y nada es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser. הכל ההפך ממה שנראה, ושום דבר אינו ההפך ממה שנראה. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Todo es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser, y nada es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser. הכל ההפך ממה שנראה, ושום דבר אינו ההפך ממה שנראה. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Todo es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser, y nada es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser. הכל ההפך ממה שנראה, ושום דבר אינו ההפך ממה שנראה. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Todo es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser, y nada es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser. הכל ההפך ממה שנראה, ושום דבר אינו ההפך ממה שנראה. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Todo es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser, y nada es lo opuesto de lo que parece ser. הכל ההפך ממה שנראה, ושום דבר אינו ההפך ממה שנראה. I will run clearings in the Being You Without Hiding group, but I would like to run one here. What jails, judgments, agendas, inventions, and lies are you using to create the dominance of E equals MC squared, evil equals mediocrity times corruption squared, of all of this happening in the world as a continuous PTSD stimulant, rather than as a source and an awareness of beyond this reality possibilities of, as, and for the future are you choosing? And everything that is times a godzillion will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. And I'm just going to post one of my favorite quotes. Albert Einstein said, there are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle. And that includes us. So please add light, add kindness, add compassion, add generosity of spirit, presence of being, just rather than finger pointing and blaming and creating more angst. What kindness can you be? What lightness can you invite? What possibilities can you inspire in the world? And what else is possible? Thank you. And I'm going to go live in the Being You Without Hiding Facebook group with some clearings for change. You're welcome to join me there. The link for that is below. Oh, before I forget, the link for Dr. Dane's 15 days, the 15-day reset, is below as well. It is brilliant, 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 and something I will be looping a lot. I invite you to do that. You can download Kajabi on your phone or on your computer and just play these 1-hour Zooms with Dr. Dane day after day after day, and they will take you on a journey into being the energy, the space, and the consciousness that you truly be. Also, this weekend is Global Bars Weekend. Wherever you are around the world, there are people running bars. You can watch the live stream. If you cannot physically get your bars run or get to a place where people are running bars, enjoy the energy on the stream. The bars are one of the greatest tools that I've ever found for having space, for having the space of being you. And they contribute phenomenally. So that's below, as well as our links to the clearingstatement.com, to accessconsciousness.com, and to the Global Bars Day weekend events. On Sunday, Dr. Dane is facilitating a Global Bars class, and I am willing to bet that with more of us around the world choosing to be lightness, choosing to be space, choosing to be possibilities, there will be a different reality available for all of us. And it is the world that I dream of, a world where we can honor and respect and live together in kindness, in wonder, in appreciation, and in joy. And in the meantime, I will be lighting my Shabbat candles. Even if you're not Jewish, add light to the world. add light. There is something that each of us can do, is adding peacefulness, adding light, adding kindness in our interactions, a smile when you see someone who's down, a helping hand, or just being present with someone, raining your being on them and inviting consciousness to reign in the world. What are the infinite possibilities? Thank you.